10 a.m., 32 degrees downtown. It's hot. Really, really is. And, well, I'll give you the Fahrenheit as it comes up a little later on. It's just disappeared right now. In the meantime, it is Thursday, 15th of May, and we've got gas. Tell you what, let's do this. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and so very, very happy to have you. If you're a first-time viewer, special welcome to you, and, well, why not become part of the family? We call it the noise here at Galaxy, simply because, believe me, you are loud, and we do take notice, we really do. Get in touch with us, and let us know who you like, who you don't like, and what you would like to hear on the radio, and we'll certainly take notice of it. Today we're talking to Chet Lawrence, and believe me, we've been playing Chet now for a minute, I think just before Christmas time, and we've been trying to get this underway for quite some time, and believe me, it's an absolute pleasure. So, coming out of Tennessee, Chet Lawrence, here's Close Calls on Galaxy. How you feeling, Chet? You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Nice, nice. It was KG, wasn't it? Caden. Promoter. Yeah. I should have written that down, actually. Silly of me. Got to ask you, though. That's your bio.
Okay.
Yep.
I can't quite read that on the screen here, but yeah. Is it from my website?
Yeah, well, believe me, it's about four lines, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right, you need a publicist.
Look,
you need somebody to write something up for you.
There's less on the website.
Yeah.
There's about
I've been
6
told
lines.
I need to get more people.
Yeah, believe me, bro. Even AI does pretty well these days, apparently.
Yeah. I mean, I ought to give that a try.
I was impressed, actually. Barbara put something up on the interwebby the other day, and she goes, because I says to her, that doesn't look like the way you write stuff. This is a whole different thing. She goes, oh no, I used AI, and I says, hell, it's actually very intelligent. I thought it was brilliant, you know?
Yeah.
Not saying that you're
It's
not
kind of
intelligent.
low now. It's coming along.
Yeah, it is. I was quite surprised. I thought, well, you know, that's one way of putting it. And it was very, very well put, indeed. Really was. Chet, how long have you been performing, bro?
Well, I've been in Tennessee for about 8 years now, working down here playing, and I guess I got my first guitar when I was 25 years old, so a little later than a lot of the folks down here, but so I've been playing for about 15 and singing for maybe 10 years.
Sure. Believe me. I've been an engineer for about 47 years, and I hear music every day, you know what I mean? Literally, Barbara gets about 200 submissions a day, so we have no option. Wow. We have to listen to music every day to see who we're going to be putting into our interviews, playing, promoting, everything like that. And, well, quite frankly, Chet, your music stood out to me, and as an engineer, I have this curse where I try and break down your engineer's way of thinking and how it was put together. Everything. Reverse engineering, it really is a curse, because I think every engineer has it, you know?
Yeah.
So,
well, that's good. Yeah, appreciate you playing it.
Oh, absolute pleasure, my friend. It really, really is. So, let's go live. What do you reckon? All right. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and absolutely loving today. I really, really am. Did that go away?
Yeah.
It did. Okay. Barbara was just putting something out on the interwebby thing that we're working on right now, because today we're talking to Chet Lawrence. Now, Chet, welcome to Galaxy.
Hey, appreciate y'all having us.
Absolute pleasure, my friend. It really, really is. And I know that we've been playing you for a minute now. Absolutely loving your work. But at the same time, I've got to be honest with you, our breakfast show is pretty much put together by how many people ask for music per artist, per track, if you know what I mean. And,
Yeah.
well, since Christmas time, my friend, I've been seeing your name in the breakfast show every morning.
That's great. Yeah, that's awesome news to hear.
That's brilliant. It doesn't happen often, I got to be honest with you. And normally we've had these interviews done and dusted by now, and we've moved on, if you know what I mean. But, well, quite frankly, the noise, our family, our listeners, they don't want to move on. They want to hear more and more and more Chet Lawrence. So I'm going to ask you a little later on if you got anything in the can that I can appease them with, because believe me, they are asking. Opened up the show with Close Calls. Now, tell me a little bit about this track.
Well, I like to pull from life experiences. This one's got a little bit of tongue-in-cheek vibe to it. I like to say sometimes we just cut it close in life, and whether it's matters of the law or matters of the heart. And this is just kind of a celebration of those times where maybe it worked out for the better. That you got by, and not really dwelling on it in a bad headspace, but just kind of enjoying it and being thankful you pulled through something.
Absolutely brilliant. I want to give a big shout out to Caden Gordon as well in Caden Gordon Promotions. He does such a good job, young Caden. He really, really does. And, well, you know something, Caden? Another winner for you. Believe me, Chet Lawrence right here at Galaxy. Coming up is Good Times. So, okay, you draw from life and you've had a couple of close calls. Did that start with a bit of Good Times?
They have. The Good Times, I wrote that. I was actually on vacation, and I was down in the Florida Keys, and I was feeling pretty good and just had this in my head and was sitting down and just jamming on the guitar on a watching the sunset and out over the water, and just kind of came to me that way, and started thinking about just other times in my life when I just kind of wanting the good times to get on there, and that's where that inspiration came from.
Very, very cool. 1,452 requests, would you believe, since we've been playing it. Wow. So, not bad. You're right here at Galaxy. Here's Good Times, Chet Lawrence. Oh, gosh. It's hot in here.
Yeah.
It really is. It says 52 degrees F outside. So it's not that hot, but it's hot in here. It doesn't coincide with the 30 degrees though. It doesn't weigh up. I don't think it does anyway. Gosh. So, are you a drinking man? Do you drink number 7?
Yeah, well, I mean, whiskey, mostly tequila, a little bit of wine every once in a while if I'm taking it easy. But yeah, I got a pretty extensive pile of whiskey hanging around that I can pull from all sorts. I'm a rye fan personally.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
You sound like somebody that might like a bit of shine then.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nothing wrong with a good strong corn liquor,
Nice. Are you familiar with Popcorn Sutton?
Yeah. Well, not personally as far as met him, but yeah, there's a bar down here called Bootleggers. Got his picture on the wall.
Okay.
Down in downtown Nashville, and been up to a couple different historic places, cabins and things.
Okay. I've actually had the pleasure of trying some of his original recipe, made by Popcorn Sutton.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
wow.
I mean, I'm a Kiwi down the other end of the world. I mean, how the hell did I get it? You know what I mean? Tell you the story. A friend of mine who was a country singer, she is about 13, 14 time Josie Award winner. Literally, she is very, very talented. She was commissioned by Popcorn's wife to do a track about popcorn. And somewhere along the way, she managed to SCOTY herself some of this original recipe. And I was talking to her, I says, have you got any left? And she goes, yeah, no worries. I'll send you some. Which she did, right?
Wow.
Nice little hippie. And we were talking on the interwebby like we are right now. And she says, did you get it? And I said, yeah, I got it right here. And she goes, oh, well, I'll tell you what, I'll go and get some, let's have a drink. And I'm thinking, okay, sweet as. So she even put in a shot glass. So I thought, brilliant, here we go. Right, and I'm sitting there. And she comes back with this jar, a mason jar, and she goes, all right, let's go for it. And there, because it's only a shot glass, I'm thinking, you treat it as, and she's having a swig and she goes, hold on, was that warm? And I went, yeah. She goes, no, it's got to be cold. It's got to be in the fridge. And I went, oh, well, a bit late now. Tell you what, I got tore up from the floor up, bro.
Yeah, I bet. That stuff will catch up on me.
Oh, mate, it took me days to get over it. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and today we're talking to Chet Lawrence. I've got to let you know, Chet, Good Times Roll, I've actually added it to my playlist in my car.
Oh, nice. I appreciate that. Thank you.
I'm listening to you as I go home at night, come to work at night as well, if you know what I mean. And,
Yeah.
well, it is on the hot list. It really, really is. I'm loving that track. Loud in the Holler. Now, believe me, I'm really, really interested in this track. It was the very first Chet Lawrence track that I heard, to be very honest with you. Tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah, well, that one I dug back into what we like to do down here, and I kind of grew up in different areas, but we still capture that partying vibe out there over a campfire, or, maybe have a jar or something, and you just sharing it with friends, passing it around, and just kind of that whole letting loose and having a good time, kind of vibe. And I do off-roading and things like that, and it kind of picks some of that into it as well. And I just try to tell a story, even if it's one I remember from a long time ago, and that's kind of what we're looking at with that one.
You know something? I'm coming to your place. You got plenty of whiskey,
anytime.
And he does off-roading. I'm there. You're right here at Galaxy. Here's Chet Lawrence. Loud in the Holler, sorry. Dear. Chet, by any chance, you're not a vegan by any chance, are you?
A vegan?
Yeah.
No.
No, you're a meatologist like me. You like a bit of meat?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Steaks, chicken, all of it, fish. Yep.
Yeah, that's me. The reason why I'm asking this, literally, is I'm trying, and I have been trying for about 11 years to get to the bottom of a myth. Okay.
Okay.
Now, most myths are based on some form of truth. Okay, so there's something in there. But have you ever tried a vegan sausage?
I can't say that I have.
Yeah, no. Believe me, I haven't struck too many that have, but I'm just trying to figure out if they're made of real vegans or not.
Nice.
Do you have the SPCA over there, the Society for the Cruelty or Prevention of Cruelty to Animals?
We do, yeah.
Yeah?
I got my first dog from an SPCA, actually.
We don't normally hear about these people in the news that often here in New Zealand, but I see this morning they were in the news. They're having a go at the government. Yeah, about these round bales of hay. Apparently they're
Okay.
not. Apparently they reckon the cattle aren't getting a square meal. Both of those you can use anytime, bro.
Yeah, I might have to steal them for stage goats.
There you go. It'd be nice to have somebody actually tell the joke properly. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, I know. Get some new jokes. I get it. I
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
I got a man in Florida saying, get some new jokes. All right, Michael. All right. I will. I'll invest another $2 in the fresh joke bag. Got made for drinking coming up. I think we kind of related there.
There we go.
Yeah, I like it. You know, without any pride at all, I'm saying this is a bit of me. I like this music. I really, really do. And I'm certainly hoping that Chet's going to, you know, be in the family for a number of years to come. I really, really do. Now, Chet, I've got a young lady by the name of Natasha coming out of Wisconsin. And she's saying, Chet, as a fan, how do I get hold of you? Are you on Facebook? Are you on X? Are you a talker? But more importantly, Chet,
Yeah.
do you respond?
I do, yeah. I'm still managing all my own social medias. TikTok is probably your best bet. I do stream all my shows live on TikTok, and thank you for listening. And yeah, feel free to message me on any of the social media.
Absolutely.
Or come on down to Nashville.
Yeah, there you go. Friedrich, coming out of Nashville, is saying, Chet, how do I get hold of some of your merch? Do you have a merch line that I can get on into Webby, you know, get a cap, a koozie, and maybe a t-shirt?
Yeah, I have a ChetLawrence.com website. There's a store on there. Or if you're in Nashville, then come on to the shows Friday or Sundays. I'm usually downtown at the Moxie Hotel at the evenings, and I have a little table out that's got hoodies and T-shirts and tumblers, things like that.
Yeah, no, I've actually been to the Moxie. It's a nice place.
It is nice. It's a lot nicer than me sometimes, but it's but we turn into a good time down there.
Absolutely, you do. I fully agree with that. And what's going to the Moxie without having a few drinks, right? Got to have it. You really do. Chet was just saying to me he was made for drinking. Tell me about this Made for Drinking. I'm absolutely loving this track.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm proud of this one. This was a fun track we put together, and I wanted to put a little spin on the idea. So we introduced, a love interest to that, trying to capture that when you first meet somebody and you feel they're perfect, kind of like that perfect pour of bourbon, or in my case, rye whiskey I like. And, we drew a lot of metaphors, similes, all that.
I'm still waiting for that. I really am. You're right here at Galaxy. Chet Lawrence is joining us live with Made for Drinking.
You go get yourself in trouble.
He's always in trouble.
Nothing unusual.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yes,
Yeah.
I hear you.
just a dip that varies.
Don't worry, this is cast iron skillet for the back of my head later. Guarantee it. Dear. We have one more in my countryside, and then I would like to talk to you about this magazine, putting you into that, if that's okay. But
Sure, yeah.
I am going to ask you, would you do me a favour?
Sure.
Next time, oh good, he's going to shout us over to his place.
I'll go back.
next time you're near a recordable 58 microphone, how would you like to do me some voice drops saying, hi, it's Chet Lawrence, you can hear me on da-da-da-da-da?
Yeah, like a little voiceover work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be happy to.
The more times people hear who you are, the more times they go on the interwebby thing and go and have a look for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Just let me know how we set that up. I have my studio friends that I can just go park in the studio and they can record a couple of sound clips for me.
Yeah, awesome.
Whatever pops into your head.
Yeah, honestly, we don't normally give people lines because then they start to sound all the same, if you know what I mean. So we just think, be creative, say something, and and pass it on to Barbara, MP3 on to Barbara, and I'll pass it into production, get those boys to put it into the rotation, and believe me, I'd be honoured to have you playing.
Awesome, yeah, I'm happy to do it. Appreciate you asking.
No worries. As I says, we only put the best of the best into the magazine, and we all here love your work. So believe me, my friend, you're a big hit. You really are.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and today we're talking to Chet Lawrence coming out of Tennessee. Chet, I got to be honest with you, that's your most requested track.
I can see why.
Thank you. Yeah. We put a little bit of promotion behind that one, and it's one of my newer ones, and it's fun. It's high energy. I listen to it when I'm out there running through the trails and stuff like that, and side by side. And I think that's where I came up with it, to be honest. But yeah, it's a good track. It's a fun track, and I get it requested a lot of shows a lot too. So it's good.
It's the one that I see most, would you believe, on a breakfast show, and it's been absolute. I think it's taking up residence now.
Nice. Perfect. That's a good way to start your day off. Is get some high energy stuff in there.
Exactly, absolutely, and believe me, we were all about that. Now, at the same time, I got to let you know that we're in every English-speaking country in the world. We're being heard literally around the globe, and I'll give you some numbers very, very shortly. But the ones you want is the ones at the end of this on how many IP addresses. We don't know whether it's one person or 10 people or maybe a warehouse. You know what I mean? But yeah, we get the IP addresses that pings off us, and we get those collated up. That's the number you want at the end of this, and I'll give you that because, believe me, you'll be pleasantly surprised. When we first started doing this, Barbara and I, well, to be quite honest, we were actually getting drunk on air. we were. We had a thing called Skype Party Monday, where we were getting together on a Monday night, cracking a few cans and a few bevies, and mixing and mingling with people around the world that were doing the exact same thing. Unfortunately, our bosses says, it's not good for the image. You know what I mean? You got to. Yeah. But I like the Skype idea, so Barbara and I put our heads together and came up with let's interview artists. Well, to be honest, we didn't think that we would get 10 people to listen. Okay, after 11 years, the number I'm going to give you, and it will be the number I'm going to give you, is phenomenal. It really, really is. And it's all been because with doing these interviews, people like yourself go and tell your friends, your family and everything, and well, they go, well, hold on, I got a band too, so I want to listen, see what I'm in for and try and get onto it. And it's been like a big Ferris wheel ever since. It's just been rolling along, you know what I mean? So it has been a fantastic ride, but we're moving.
Yeah, sounds like it. Sounds great.
Seriously, we are moving. Galaxy is staying here in New Zealand, but Barbara and I, we have been headhunted by another country, and we're going to be opening up about a dozen different Galaxy-style radio stations in this country. And at the same time, well, they've only had one style of music for around about 60 years now, and the young ones are saying that's their parents' and their grandparents' music. They want something a little more westernized. So, yeah, believe me, we've been requested to go into this country and smarten them up a bit, believe me. So I'm going to ask you, would you mind? I don't want to take it for granted that because we play you here in Galaxy, that I can take you to GLI, for instance, and play you on that. I'd rather have your permission. Can I play your music in India?
You sure can, yeah.
Brilliant, brilliant. And because, believe me, they are hungry for music over in India right now. They really are. They've only had Bollywood, and I don't understand that at all, but they have. So we'd be very, very honoured to be able to add you to the list of artists that we have that we're going to be playing over there. At the same time, opens up a whole new fan base for you.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
1.8 billion people in India, literally. And we're going to be entertaining a good portion of them. Really, we really are. Having said that, and I've got to be honest with you, this is my favourite Chet Lawrence track, is My Countryside. Tell me about this. Why would this one be my favourite?
Why would it be your favorite? Well, it's all about everyone has their own countryside, their own version of what their personality that's that countryside. And, you know, mine's a little wild and kind of heading out, and we just wanted to capture that in this track and bring a lot of energy to it, a bit of southern rock influence into it, and it turned out excellent. The producer Sean Giovanni did a great job on that, and just everything about the track I love.
You know, I got to be honest with you, it is my favourite Chet Lawrence track, and I'm not going to apologise. I'm not. Here, My Countryside, right here at Galaxy. Oof, gosh, it's still hot in here. Can we employ some Kiwi air conditioning?
30 Celsius.
Yeah, open some damn windows.
Cooking in there, huh?
Oh, I tell you. And it's winter time. It's unseasonable. It really is. When we first moved into this building, my boss has come to me and says, Grant, it's going to be hot this summer. Do you want a fan? And I went, yeah, absolutely. They went, what sort would you like? And I went, oh, I don't know. Something about 6'2", blonde, comes from Sweden, 18. They got me a gold ear. And I'm sure the wife had something to say about that. I'm sure of it, but she won't admit it. The sales pitch was, it oscillates. Yay. I like my idea better. I did. What are you doing, boss?
Make it a little hotter, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it would have made it a little hotter. Or more interesting, anyway. How many countries are tuned in right now?
169.
169 countries. That's not bad.
Show them today.
Oh, okay. All right. This is what it's like outside our place right now, outside our office windows.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Autumn.
It's autumn.
It's beautiful.
How many cities are tuned in?
6435.
6,435 cities. Not bad. It's up from the other day. It's good. Brilliant. 6,435 cities are tuned in, Chet.
It's a lot of cities. A lot of cities.
Wouldn't want to buy them all a beer.
No.
Let's wrap it up.
Not on me.
Let's wrap it up, but please don't go anywhere because I do want to talk to you about putting into this Mago. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and as the guys say in the production, just damn good music. Yeah, you're right, it is my style. I love it, I really do. Now, Chet, I'm just going to say thank you for joining us here today at Galaxy, but first of all, do you have anything in the can? Have you got anything new coming out in the near future?
I do. I got a song. It's not the up-tempo party song, but I have a song I wrote for my daughter coming out on Father's Day. And then, but we do have another one that we're writing right now that I think we're gonna get released soon called Drinking Feeling. And I think it might be up your alley. And I appreciate you having me on here.
Well, it's been an absolute honour, Chet. It really, really has. And looking forward to not only playing your new music in the near future, but will you come back for another interview?
Oh, certainly, yeah.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And thank you for putting up with my Class B jokes as well. Really.
Oh, no, they're good. They're good. I'm a fan of a good joke.
Good. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And, you're allowed to spread those around as much as you like. You really are. Enjoy them. In the meantime, folks, thank you for joining me here for Chet Lawrence today, coming out of Tennessee. It's been an absolute honour. It really has. Why not join myself and Barbara, yes, the famous Lady Barbara, after 5 in the morning, all the way through until 10 o'clock on The Breakfast Show. And guaranteed 110% indie artist, 100% best in the world. Really, mean it. In the meantime, have a very happy and successful day. Happy radio, everyone.